What's going on, guys? It's Harry from Rex Studio and Spider-Man. No doubt, this is one of the most iconic Marvel heroes of all time. If we had to pick a hero from Marvel to represent the entire Marvel, I think everybody would go for Spider-Man. Now, Spider-Man actually made his first appearance in Amazing Fantasy number 15 in 1962. Or I think that's the exact date, I don't remember. But Spider-Man was not so popular. However, when he first debuted in his TV series, everybody loved it. The TV show was famous, it was classic, and is considered to be what started Spider-Man's fame. Now you'd think that with a character this popular, there'd obviously be some kind of movie, a full-length feature film, in live action. Not really. I mean, the closest we got to live action was in the live action Spider-Man TV show named Spider-Man. I mean, God knows, I didn't even watch that thing. But Spider-Man has been mostly known to make appearances in all types of various TV shows, mostly animated ones, no live action TV shows. However, before 2002, we had never seen Spider-Man in a proper full-length feature film. So it was only appropriate that when the 2002 Spider-Man movie came out, directed by Sam Raimi, it was a big hit. I mean, no doubt, when a movie like this came out in the early 2000s, you'd think it was bad. I mean, we had Daredevil, we had Elektra, we had Blade. I mean, I don't know about Blade, I never got to seeing it. But we had Ghost Rider, we had all sorts of bad movies, like even Spawn. And I don't even know who Spawn is. After I saw that movie, I didn't even give a shit. So, when Spider-Man came out in 2002 in theaters, it was of course a big hit. Everybody loved it. It recaptured Spider-Man's story, and it told a great story about Spider-Man. Everybody knows the story. It's a nerdy kid who gets bit by a radioactive spider, gets spider-like abilities, he decides to use it to become famous, and mostly a TV show, which never happened in the movie, by the way. And then his uncle died, he learns of a great power comes great responsibility. Everybody knows this. So today we're going to be looking at the Sam Raimi Spider-Man Trilogy. So there's 3 movies, of course, it's a trilogy, Spider-Man 1, 2, and 3. Now Spider-Man 1 hit theaters in 2002, and I was a baby when I saw this movie. In fact, I don't even remember if I saw it or not, but I do remember watching Spider-Man 2. But anyway, Spider-Man was a classic origin story about Peter Parker. Basically, I just talked about it, you guys know the story. I think Tobey Maguire as Peter Parker is amazing. He's great as Spider-Man, and he's great as Peter Parker. Willem Dafoe also does an amazing job at the Green Goblin, though I think the suit... It sucks, alright? There's no other way to put it. But when I was a kid, I didn't know that, so I thought, you know, this looks cool. This suit looks awesome, it looks menacing, but when I looked at the real deal, they're not even similar. I mean, screw that shit. So, the story was nice, it was a memorable, classic story, I think I've said that like 1,000 times already, but basically you get the point. It was a great origin story, and in a nutshell, it was a huge success. So it was only appropriate if they made a sequel. And yes, in 2004, Spider-Man 2 hit theaters, and my god, it was even better than the first one. It's basically focuses on Peter's sort of messed up life. I mean, basically, his friends hate him, Harry hates him now, MJ hates him because she thinks that he's not, like, I don't even know why they break up. I think Peter's just like, you know what, if I'm Spider-Man, then, you're gonna be in danger or something. I mean, I can't even remember. I don't even know why they were. I think it's stupid. But anyways, then it focuses on Spider-Man retiring because he thinks that he's not right for being Spider-Man, and he goes back to his nerdy, dorky self. And there was some genuinely funny scenes in this movie. I think Peter dancing to Raindrops Falling on My Head was a pretty funny scene. I laughed during this scene. My favorite scene in this entire movie definitely has to be Spider-Man and Doc Ock's first fight. I didn't mention this earlier, but Doc Ock is the main antagonist in Spider-Man 2. Played by Alfred Molina, Doc Ock does an amazing job. You don't know who Alfred Molina is? Remember Sam Tipo from Raiders of the Lost Ark? Yeah, this guy's Doc Ock. And you might think he does a crappy job, but he doesn't. He's amazing. I like that. it actually shows that he has no personal grudge against Spider-Man. He just wants to go with his plan of making renewable power. And if you watch at the end, the tentacles actually look at him as if they're trying to tell him that, you know, do the right thing or something. And in his mind, the right thing would mean making his plan. Making his plan right. I mean, why did the tentacles want renewable power? I mean, your guess is as good as mine. But basically, he dies stopping his machine. And I think this was a story well done. In the end, Peter and MJ actually get together. However, they also got together in the first movie. Yeah, I don't know. So, Spider-Man 1 and Spider-Man 2. Two amazing movies that make a perfect duology. Of course it was a big hit. There's no need to make Spider-Man 3. Well, actually there is, because, you know, Venom. And when Spider-Man 3 was announced, when the trailers came out, there was a lot of hype. Spider-Man 1 and 2 were both amazing. I mean, we have Venom in this movie. We actually have Gwen in this movie. I mean, Gwen was a pretty okay character in the comics. But screw that. We have Harry trying to get his revenge on Spider-Man. The two of them duel it out. The two of them duke it out. How is Spider-Man's life going to be with MJ? The stakes were high. Everybody was excited for this movie. And of course, it couldn't possibly be terrible. I mean, Spider-Man 2 was amazing. Spider-Man 1 was amazing. Spider-Man 3 was going to be better than both of them combined. Was it? Was it as good as everybody thought it was? I mean, Spider-Man 3 wasn't bad. I mean, it certainly was bad, but it wasn't like bad. Like, it wasn't Superman 4 type of bad, or it wasn't Batman and Robin type of bad, or Batman Forever type of bad. It was bad, but it was certainly not good either. I mean, okay, what am I saying? Spider-Man 3 wasn't bad, but it wasn't perfect either. Like, if I had to choose the worst from this trilogy, of course I'd choose Spider-Man 3. However, how does this movie hold up? Let's take a look at it. The first problem in this movie is that there are way too many characters. I mean, start of the movie we got Spider-Man swinging around, giving us sort of like a synopsis of the previous two films. I mean, okay, I guess that's fine. I mean, maybe the audience forgot about the story. I mean, it's not like we had DVDs of one of the most popular movies of 2004. But anyways, screw that. So in this movie we have, oh look, our first new character, Green Goblin version 2.0, this time played by Harry. Okay, doesn't look like a bad character. Maybe he's gonna be a side villain or something. Oh look, Harry's got amnesia. We're never gonna see him again, are we now? Oh look, now there's Sandman. There's a prison breakout, and now we have Flint Marko running around, and now he's Sandman. Okay, is this Spider-Man's main villain? I guess. I mean, he has no personal grudge against him. Oh look, there's Gwen Stacy taking pictures now, and she of course has to whine and cry a lot in this movie. Oh look, there's Eddie Brock taking pictures, just like an asshole. I mean, he is an asshole in this movie. But then, oh look, we got these characters. Okay, maybe that's good. Oh look, Peter and Gwen are now starting to have a relationship. I mean, clearly she has a thing for him, and oh wow, what is this? Spider-Man gets a black suit, so now we got the black suit Spider-Man. I mean, figured he was on the main cover, of course, but now look, there's Emo Peter. Where did Emo Peter come from? What's with all his dance moves? Why is he doing this and this to everybody and doing a Saturday Night Fever strike? Okay, maybe, okay, this is a lot to go around. Oh look, now he's Black Suit Spider-Man, which means now he's a darker version of himself. Oh look, he's now gonna reject the suit. Okay, I mean, seems like the right thing to do. This suit did look cool, but it really screwed up his personality. I mean, remember Emo Peter? Oh look, now there's Venom. Took you a while. He was supposed to be the main villain. What went wrong? There are so many characters. You can't even process your mind. I mean, it took me like so long to process the entire movie in my mind. I was like, what did I just watch? I mean, they were throwing way too much shit at you. You couldn't even process all of that. The second problem this movie does is the love triangle. Where to begin with? This movie is like a soap opera. The relationships is actually like a freaking soap opera. In the first movie, it was an acquaintanceship. Peter and Harry were best friends, but neither of the two could succeed in making MJ as their friend. In the second movie, Peter hates Harry, Harry hates Peter. I mean, it's mostly Harry hates Peter, but even MJ hates Peter. Spider-Man's life is messed up. How is he ever going to recover? Well, he somehow does at the end. I mean, come on, Spider-Man, they always fight. Over here, it's a love triangle of all the things. I mean, they wrote Harry off the entire movie, and then he comes back, and Peter and Harry duke it out because they fight for MJ, and then guess what? Peter throws a pumpkin bomb. A bomb that clearly disintegrates people into skeletons, and only 1 second later they fall down. And look what it does to Harry. I mean, that was when the bomb was in front of them, like at their feet. Like, this is their feet, and this is the bomb, and they disintegrate. What happens when it's right smack in front of Harry's face? It barely makes a dent. I mean, Harvey Dent was inside a room with a bomb in it. I mean, I don't even know what type of bomb it was. Could have been a short radius or a big radius bomb. But over here, his face is damaged, just this much. I'm not even joking. And then, oh look, he dies. Well, okay, I mean, if you notice, all the characters kill themselves. So yeah, Spider-Man 3, definitely not a movie I'd recommend watching. I mean, there's not even enough time to watch Emo Peter in this movie. I mean, in fact, talk about Emo Peter. This video's already long. So, in a nutshell, Spider-Man 3 isn't as good as the other two. But it wasn't that bad either. There were some scenes which I liked in this movie. Like when Flint Marko became Sandman. That was a nice scene. You have some nice music, you have him trying to reach out the locket, but oh look, how do I work with this new body? This thing is killing me. This is my daughter, oh my god. I'm gonna get medicine for it. Oh crap, it fell down. Fuck! So, in a nutshell, yeah, Spider-Man 3's villain and its story, not so great. However, there is one thing this movie does right. Black suit Spider-Man. He looks awesome. I mean, come on. It's like the reverse Flash and Flash, only this time it's black, it's dark, it's gritty. And they waste it like bitches. I'm not even joking. Emo Peter sucked. But enough ranting about this movie. You know what? I think it's time we got to the final verdict. So, Spider-Man 1, 2, and 3. Are these movies good? Are they bad? Or they are a bit of both? If you put Spider-Man 3 aside, these movies are perfect. They're the perfect Spider-Man movie. And Homecoming's coming out in a week. So yeah, I think it's a good time to look at these movies again. Maybe I'll rewatch them on my computer or on my DVD at some point. But Spider-Man 3, well, maybe we'll even watch that just for the nostalgia. I mean, I love this movie as a kid. It's only appropriate if I watch it again. Sorry, just happened. So anyways, Spider-Man 3, Spider-Man 2, and Spider-Man 1. If I had to give this entire trilogy a rating, I'm gonna go with a 9 out of 10. So, but if I had to review these movies individually, if I had to mark them individually, Spider-Man 1, 9.4 out of 10. Spider-Man 2, screw it, 10 out of 10. Spider-Man 3, 6 out of 10. That's really the only rating I can give this movie. So, if you haven't seen this trilogy, go watch it. If you have seen this trilogy, watch it again. If you have seen it so many times that Emo Peter is the only thing that's in your mind right now, gather your friends, deal with it, and watch it again. Seriously, you can't miss this trilogy. So, Spider-Man, the Raimi Trilogy. Have you seen it? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Whatever you thought, leave your thoughts in the comments down below. Make sure to subscribe. Links to my Instagram page is in the description below. And as always, don't forget to subscribe. I shall see you guys in the next one.